the start, hopefully, of the Shadows of the South 150-mile race. Paula, Scott over here, and this is the new course starting at Sky Valley. So yeah, video's blowing up. We'll be getting started here in about 15 minutes or so. Check you later. All right, here we are. It's start. I'm getting ready here in about 30 seconds. Ready to start. All right, here we go.
Be safe.
All right.
All right, guys.
Here we go. Running with Carlita here. Yeah. She'll probably drop me later. And we're just coming back into the 4.6 miles. Wow. Yeah, it's more than 4. Coming back in just under an hour, about 57 minutes to the start finish, and then we'll be heading into the mountains for a long, long time. So catch up with you later. All right, we are at the top of Rabun Tower. Here's Scott. What's up? Carlita over here doing some texting. We're already about 2 hours in. It's an awesome view. Got the haze, which means it's gonna be warm today. It's awesome. Feels good right now. April, Kim going down over here. All right. Yeah, steep. Check back later. 8.4 miles right now. Well, just went through Wilson Gap, 12.74 miles. Yeah, 14 or 3:07 time, 14:42 pace. So doing okay right now, but we'll see later. At the top of Pinnacle right now. Awesome views. Awesome. Yep, this is it. Awesome views right here. Amazing. All right, couple miles to War Woman. Check back later.
The 22-mile net.
Way to go. How so far so good?
Oh, we got to do a little more filming right now while I'm walking slow. But I think I'm just going to get slower. Just over 28 miles, 7 hours, and 38 minutes elapsed. So we're about 1:40 time of day, and it's hot. It's like 78 degrees Right now there's a little bit of a breeze, but I'm on the sun side of the mountain, and there's going back up to Wilson Gap. And I didn't get to film anything at War Woman. Ended up having to do sock change, relube my feet, put some moleskin on and all that. I was not expecting to have to do that early, but I think I'm glad I did, because since Paula couldn't make it to Wilson Gap, I wouldn't have made it back without, or all the way to Sarah's Creek without some major issues at mile 47. So anyway, that took longer than I was expecting, so I'm hoping that I might can make that time up. But right now, the heat in my stomach is like it's bloated feeling, and I'm trying to retain water, but it's so hot. Like, I got some electrolytes, and they're just tasting nasty, and the water isn't got the calories, so I'm struggling. These aid stations are 10 to 11 miles apart. They're long, and with it being this hot, it's hard to sustain that much with so little. So I'm trying to take it easy, but I'm not even at 30 miles yet, and yeah, my stomach's not feeling good at all. So anyway, I'll check back in later. Hopefully I'm still pushing forward later. I just went through Wilson Gap, finally made it there. I made it there about 3:15 or so. It's now 3:36, so I was there a good 15 or so minutes longer. I was not expecting to be there that long, but yeah, I've basically been getting sick the whole way back from War Woman, and couldn't hold anything down. It was just basically water, liquid coming up, so I was drinking, hydrating. Wasn't able to eat anything because I knew that would just come up too. So I stayed a little bit back there, not much, just trying to get something on the stomach. And I'm headed to Sarah's Creek, 6.5 miles on this fun road here. And I've been walking a lot, and it's been killing my legs because I just haven't had the energy to run. You can't keep it down, you can't have nutrients, the calories to run, so plus it was making me sick to run. So I don't know. I've never DNF'd a race. Of course, I've never done a race this hard before either. And let's see, I'm at 32.6 miles with not quite 7,000 feet of gain. So it's not like this is my hardest race. I've done a 50K this hard, but the heat out here, it just the heat and the climbing. There's a lot of climbing, but I haven't been able to take advantage of the runnable sections, which I should. And hiking the whole time actually strains my legs. It's starting to feel some strains on my hamstrings and my shin and places that typically I don't get from running. But anyway, Paula's at the next one, and based on how I feel, I may or may not be dropping out. I just can't keep trying to do another 60, 70 miles and not be able to hold any food down. The pace that I was planning on doing tonight, I'm doing now. So just not really been able to pick it up. And that climb all the way back from War Woman is not fun. So anyway, I'll check back later. Six miles of this, 6.5 miles of this. Well, this is the nice part. Beat my feet up though. It's supposed to be downhill, but it's a slow downhill. I can't even run it. Not fully. Well, just left Sarah's Creek campground. About 6 o'clock. I got in at, I was there almost 40 minutes, so had to change shoes, had to relube my feet. I changed the speed coats, but man, it's crushing my toes now, so the other ones were not soft enough, and these are too narrow. So 10 miles on this road. Like I said earlier, my stomach is feeling better, but my legs are shot. So, all right, I'm at mile 39-ish. So we'll see if that's accurate or not later. All right, well, just went through Hell's Ridge. The last time I see Paula till tomorrow, well, about 3 o'clock in the morning. I think she's gonna try to make me a war woman. I've been running with a guy named Sean that met on Facebook. He's got a pacer, but they're running hard. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with them. And but anyway, I probably won't be filming too much more, given there's no point. But just want to check in this last time. It is 9:15, and right at almost 50 miles in, at least according to the watch. All right, still holding pace, about 18:30 after that 8 stop. But yeah, I'll check in probably tomorrow morning. Hopefully still going later. Wilson Gap for the 3rd time. Well, here we are, mile 72, according to my watch. I think it's a little long or something. About 6:37 in the morning. Got light. Don't need the headlamp really anymore. Anyway, feet feel like crap. Quads are not good, but I'm moving still. Headed back to Wilson Gap for the last time. We'll go from there, Sarah's Creek, Hell Ridge, climb back up, head back to the finish. Still gonna be a long day. Probably not gonna finish till mid to late afternoon. So at this rate, my pace did good for a while. I was actually below the pace I had set up. That was a little optimistic, and now I'm actually slower than the pace that I had intended to run. So definitely gonna be slower. So anyway, I was just checking in later. Well, just went through Wilson's Gap for the last time. Got one of the hardest climbs out of the way. We still got some hard stuff, but I'm gonna take advantage of this road here and walk it as much as possible. Got some nutrition and some real food, so that's good. And yep, headed to the Sarah Creek campground.
on, Matt.